Welcome to The Full Experience. This is the show that takes 4 episodes of a television series and then tries to see if we can capture its essence by watching the first, the ultimate, the lowest, and the last. F-U-L-L. Ultimate and lowest are determined by IMDb ratings, and today we are watching the lowest rated episode of 24, Season 8, Episode 9, Day 8, Midnight AM to 1 a.m., which first aired February 22nd, 2010. Wow, we skipped a whole decade ahead. I'm Tom Merritt. He's Brian Brushwood.
Hey, Tom, first of all, okay, spoiler alert, just skip to the good part. Tom, what is up with these lowest rated episodes maybe being some of the best examples of shows that found their groove? Like, they're probably that's probably lowest dopamine time, where everything is the most boring and on rails, and that's when the audience is going to unfairly bias their reviews and say this one didn't really matter or whatever. Because I thought this was fine. First of all, we got a gigantic production bump, and you could tell that they're not laborious. The opening, it was fun to have the mind game of the real-time experience be kind of a magic trick throughout the thing. But they had pretty much given up. But at this point, they'd given up on that being a conceit, and it's just sort of
they still show you the clock. They should still tell you everything happens in real time. Yeah, but they're not hewing religiously to it. Let's put it that way.
Right. Yeah, we're in the ish zone, but you could tell that production's gotten a lot better. And for example, they're no longer doing compromised framing where it's meant to play both on 4/3 and 16:9 or 4:3.
Yeah, we're in 2010 now. It's like, get a high def television, people. Yeah.
Although there was some curious lighting choices, like when they pull into CTU, I'm like, why are they at a dance club? And because the lights were set up, you could tell that they have nice xenon lamps pointed down, and then these fans going around, and just these perfect silhouettes focused on the ground. I'm like, why on earth is that happening? That looks so silly and cheesy. And the answer was so that when they get out of the car, on their faces, you got this dynamic kind of actiony.
I can imagine someone saying like, yeah, it's kind of film noir too, even though it's silly.
Although the color choices are very, what was the bad Batman and Robin movie? The one where they lean too far into the color ones. I think it was Batman and Robin.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
At any rate, that aside, I thought that, number one, God bless the people who edit together the previously ons. I felt grounded. I'm like, great. There's a guy, another guy, a thing, and a place, and we're not worried about any
giving
of that.
us the names of the characters was great once I realized that's what they were doing.
Yes.
But at first I'm like, oh, so this is the credits. Then they said Jack Bauer, and I'm like, oh wait, no, those were all character names. Never mind.
Yeah, right. And then but there was one moment that they grounded everything midway through, and I thought it was really nice at the half-hour mark. They panned out on 4 screens with 4 different color palettes, calling out the 4 different narratives. You had your hillbilly Starbuck narrative. You had your hot for rods narrative. You had the I swear I didn't do it. Well, okay, I did it, but I didn't enjoy it narrative. And I don't know. I forget what the 4th one is, but everything made sense. I felt like I got it. I was very proud of myself that in the 5 whole seconds that we saw Rami Malek, I recognized him.
I clocked his name in the credits. So I was on the hunt. I
missed it in the credits.
I was like, Rami Malek. Oh, okay. And so I was looking for him the whole time, figured he was probably going to be in the terrorist organization. And he was. There he was. And sadly, he apparently appears in 2 more episodes and has a bigger role because we see him in the next on. And I looked in his credits and saw he's in 3 episodes.
Yeah, apparently he plays a suicide bomber.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
I wonder how his arc ends.
So I guess that's why it's just 3.
Yep.
Yeah, so we barely get Rami Malek in this, but they're setting him up for that story arc. Honestly, I could have done without the Starbucks thing. Starbuck. What's her actual name?
It seems like for some reason I want
It's Katie Sackhoff, but I can't remember her name.
But
in
I
24.
was going to say Kara Thrace.
You could take you could take that story out of this, and I wouldn't mind at all. That is the one. I guess I'm saying this is it is the only part of this that didn't feel like a clear setup in a story. It felt like a part of an ongoing story that I was not really invested in because I hadn't seen the other parts of it.
Yeah.
I got it. I was like, okay, it's not bad, but I was not as compelled by that. Whereas the rest of it, it was very much felt like they knew people didn't watch 24 every week anymore. And they just wanted to make sure that they're like, if you tune in for this, you're going to get something that feels like 24 and you're going to get a chase and you're going to get a solution, but you'll still get something that makes you want to watch the next episode.
Did you like the magic trick of the incredible appearing Southern accent that later tries to leave? Like she's like, Cole, I swear that I am in love with you. Okay, fine. I'm from the South. Cole.
Cow. Yeah, I think I noticed a Southern accent come out once and was like, wait, is she supposed to have a Southern accent?
Yeah, it just appears the moment she says that my name is actually so.
No, I definitely noticed that too. I don't have a lot of complaints. It's certainly not the best episode. I'm not raving about it.
I'll tell you
but
what,
it feels like it is a testament to the fact that 24 was pretty consistent through its run.
Can I say it was absolutely beginning to end superior to the finale that we watched? The finale or the ultimate episode, the highest rated.
The highest rated? Really? I don't know if I would say it's superior. Convince me.
Because so much of that finale in and of itself was, I'd say, I don't know, 20% of that finale was, and I'm like, I'll bet if I had watched the rest of this season, I'd be really glad for this bow that you're taking on this thing.
Okay.
And your pew shootout or whatever.
Right.
Whereas this, it's like, hey, we're only here right now. Whatever you're going to get, it's going to be earned 5 minutes before the payoff. And then so it ends up being a lot more self-contained. No, true believers, go back and read this issue and then you'll understand why this moment is great. Like that's
which honestly is not so much an indictment of that ultimate episode, but a evidence that people watched all of season 1 of 24 and hung on every episode, and they knew that. And by season 8, they know that that's not the case, and they need to work harder to get you interested if you're just jumping in at this point.
Yeah, although there's enough characters, so with action set pieces, and I don't know, I think we had 8 characters to follow on this. It reduces everyone to where everyone has to be a one-note character, and no character. I mean, Jack Bauer has one note the entire time. Chloe, whatever her name is, the Spectrum-y hacker girl,
Marilyn
Raskob, has only one hunched shoulder, pouty lipped note.
I'm sorry, you mean Margaret from Detroiters? I had to look it up. I didn't remember her name, but I knew she was in Detroiters.
I still haven't finished Detroiters because my daughters won't let me watch it without her.
It's always Jack against the Russians. It's always Jack working on his own outside the rules, and it's always Jack that they need more than they need to punish him, and so he's able to make a leverage. It felt like it could be a finale of a season, even though it's episode 9 in the middle of season 8. So I'm very curious, where this goes when we watch the finale of the entire series, not just the finale of season 8 next time.
It is kind of fun to just sort of project the rest of the story based on the shadows that are cast by this one item. And especially, it actually kind of, wait a minute, this is the last season, right? So we get to know how this story ends up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
I'm assuming they don't leave us with a cliffhanger hoping for a season 9 that never comes. Couple other my notes here. Jack used to run CTA apparently in the intervening.
CTU, yeah.
Or CTU.
Yeah,
he used to run the
I think
CTA,
he was
the
running
Consumer Technology Association.
I think he was running it in season 2, and also
okay.
no. Season 3, he was running it and was secretly addicted to heroin because he went undercover at Too Deep once.
Yeah.
And so
happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So season 1 was season 1. Season 2 was what if it's a nuclear bomb, which was great. And then season 3 was, Jack's in charge now. Oh, he's in a dark place. I bet it takes him 3 whole hours to kick heroin.
Which it did. The other note that I'll call out is send them to my PDA.
Yep, that was it. That was in that mushy time.
It's 2010. The iPhone's been out for 4 years now. 27, 28. Yeah, 2007, 2008, 2009.
But think of it this way. So that the script had to have been written in 2008.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if in development, Android was picking up steam and they were like, do we have an integration on this? Do we write it this way?
Just say send them to my phone.
Well, phones were only 3 or 4 years. Like a flip phone is the only wireless phone that we see is a flip phone. We don't see a single.
And by
smartphone.
2010, people have smartphones. It's maybe not as ubiquitous as it is now, of course, but you would think that the
Also,
high-tech CTU would have them.
Yeah, but also high-tech government.
They dragged because of security. Yeah. So maybe they actually did that on purpose. Maybe they might have had a security consultant tell them don't have them have a phone. We still use PDAs because they're secure at 2010. Yeah. Okay. I'll buy that. Dana was the name of Katie Sackhoff's character. Dana just watching a van all episode, and then the guy's like,
by the way, because continuity matters in production, that means my mental map of Katie Sackhoff was she reached it into her purse, pulled out a gun, set it down, set it back up, picked it up sideways like this, and then set it back down, and then picked it up again. Like she picks up the gun 5 times in an hour. It's great.
Also, the guy from Silicon Valley, the venture capitalist from Silicon Valley who's playing her love interest, shows up and is like, "You two promised to behave and never come back, and I'll let you go." I was like,
wait. I thought wasn't that Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Oh, sorry. You're right. That was Freddie Prinze. The Silicon Valley guy was the one who said, "You need to make sure this doesn't stick." Okay. And that's how they get Jack. They try to. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. No, I confused that. You're right. It's Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze Jr. is like
a lot of star power. That's the other thing. It's like the lowest rated episode in the entire run of the show has monster star power, is competent the entire way through, tighter storytelling.
It's competent. I don't know that it's that much tighter storytelling though.
Okay. Again, outside of the Katie Sackhoff thing, which we're harping on because it's the one thing that
everything else is
sense.
super predictable.
Everything else, it's 24. I guess. Yeah.
8 seasons later.
Yeah. Were you surprised by anything in the first 2 that we watched though?
No. But those are the first 2.
All right.
No, you're right. There were a few more things where I had questions like, "Ooh, is it going to be that? Is it going to be this?" So I felt that there was a little more suspense, although we are coming in mid-season. So you're not going to have as many things as you would in episode 1 of a season where you're setting up the mysteries. You're resolving mysteries at this. They're always at the docks too. That's everything. Yeah. Everything happens at the docks.
Yeah. What a missed opportunity. Like clearly the terrorists noticed that there was a phone there and he had already blurted out something, get to the docks. And then he gestures to the phone. Like that would be the moment to say, "No, don't go to the docks. Let's take the train." And then,
let's take the train to the not docks.
Right. And then, okay, let's walk away now.
Yeah. And then you pretend to go downstairs, even though it's not a video.
Put that horse down. Whoa.
Yeah. I'm with you that I am pleasantly surprised that this was not awful for the lowest rated. But also it's only a 7 point something. Like it's barely the lowest rated. So I think it's just, 24 got its groove on.
24, even when it's bad, it's 24.
It's not bad. Yeah. It's not that bad. Any other thoughts on 24 before we wrap it up and talk about next time?
I did enjoy the mini game of like lady kills somebody and then he's like, you were acting in self-defense, you hear me? And she's like, kinda. And I'm like, how can this be kinda? Like, why would she not be? Did she accidentally murder or whatever? So it's like we were spared the brutality of her self-defense killing. That it was only revealed to us 20 or 30 minutes into this episode that it was just bad optics. That in her self-defense, she was clearly fueled by
overdid it.
Chain rage and previous stuff. That was neat to see that unpacked and revealed. There was some
subtlety to that part of the story that I was a little bit surprised with how they treated it. So yeah, I'll give them that. All right. Next time we will discuss the ultimate episode, the last episode, a different kind of ultimate, the last episode, season 8, episode 24, day 8, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Kind of, nap time.
Yeah. The siesta.
Yeah. Right. It just, takes a little snooze.
Do you have any predictions on whether or not like they knew this would be the last season and we get kind of a different vibe, or are we more sliders?
That's the thing.
Mash?
This is such an ending in episode 9 that I'm like, well, obviously new things are going to come up and twists are going to happen. And obviously we know Rami Malek's character is going to blow himself up, seems like. So I expect to have an entirely different scenario than this one with some of the same players.
I wouldn't be surprised. How long? I wonder how long they took before they did 24 Legacy.
I hope Dana is no longer watching that van.
There's nobody left to watch.
She's just watching the wreckage of the van.
The adventure of the gun that got picked up. And set down.
We'll just have that. We'll just watch that for 20 minutes while everyone else takes a nap. No, I do think we'll get a sort of montage. Because I think people are like, oh, it's the finale of 24. What happens? How does it wrap up? So we'll probably get more of that kind of like, let's say goodbye stuff. That's my guess. All right. We will talk about season 8, episode 24, day 8, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. next time. The full experience gets to you faster in real time. Well, not quite in real time, but almost in real time if you are a patron. So get these episodes before everybody else, as well as getting After Talk, where we discuss what we'll be watching next. Do that at patreon.com/Cordkillers. We'll talk to you next time.